Hello YouTube, my name is Crumb or Glimp for the win. I am the creator and developer of GFusion, which is a Counter-Strike 2 closet cheat that is meant to keep you undetected and safe from a ban. It is not 100% undetected as no cheat is, but I've done my best and this is what I have provided as a result within my education from GHacks of a final release for a working cheat. Now with this cheat we have this right here. Before we download and try to get the cheat going, I'm going to go ahead and explain some things to you. This cheat works only using C types and Win32 API while using PyQt5 as the menu for the overlay base. This means that not for the overlay base. For the overlay base, we're using a Windows, it used to be a Windows GDI overlay, now it is a DirectX 11 overlay, thanks to Same Old Mistakes, which is the other developer that helps me work on this cheat. PyQt5 is for the actual menu itself. It's what this is made with. So, with that, let's go ahead and get into things. The first thing that you're going to want to do is install Python. Right now the most recent version is 3.13.6, which should still be okay and working for this iteration of GFusion. Now to install this, you can go on ahead and watch this video right here, which will explain everything on how to install Python. You're going to want to make sure you install it as root so that you can send Python commands to command prompt. And without further ado, let's go ahead and download GFusion and see how it runs. So the first thing that we're going to want to do is going to come over here to the top right here. We're going to click code and we're going to download it as a zip right here and save it to our desktop. And then we go ahead and go into here and we're going to extract it. Here I'm using WinRAR. I do recommend that you use WinRAR, but it is not a necessity. You can just use Windows zipping. So with that, here we go with our cheat. We have two files here in the beginning. We have start.pyw and we have gfusion.py. Let's start with gfusion.py. gfusion.py is nothing more than the main process that initializes and runs all the modules into threads. GHacks works off of multiprocessing. GFusion works off of threads. The difference is with multiprocessing, you are running multiple processes for each module. With GFusion, you are running it into a thread within one process. And now next right here, we have start.pyw, which is going to create, install, and obfuscate all of the code that you need in order for this to run properly. And next right here, we have render, which holds the DirectX 11 backend. This is for the overlay drawing, which is in a DirectX 11 overlay. Next, we have process, which holds the config. This holds all of the initial settings that you want to load. You can customize these to your liking and to your fitting, but it is more than likely best to keep it at original right here. And then we have offset update.py. This is nothing more than a script that is going to manually update the offsets through a process called CS2 dumper.exe, which was released as an update on unknowncheats.me. You can go and find it on Unknown Cheats if you want to go do more research on that. There is also a page called A2X CS2 dumper where you can also get more research out of things right here. This holds nothing more than all of the offset data, and it holds patterns and signatures that you are able to use to gain access to all of the offsets. With that, next we have offsets.py right here, which is nothing more than a class that holds all of the offsets that is dumped from offset update right here. Next, we have the features list. Here, there's a lot more features than is in GHacks. Obviously, I'm not going to go through and define which each of these are. I'll just give you a simple syntax of what they are. Aimbot, it's an aimbot. Auto pistol, automatically shoot your pistol. B-hop, it's a B-hop. ESP, that's your wall hack. FOV, this allows you to change your FOV, which is a writing feature and I do not recommend you to use. Glow, this is another writing feature that I do not expect you or want you to use, as using features that write to game memory will get you banned and you only want to read memory and you don't want to write. Next, we have TriggerBot and we have WalkBot. The WalkBot is completely external from the game and you don't have to worry about doing that. So is TriggerBot, ESP, VHop, Auto Pistol, and AimBot. With that being said, we can go on ahead and get everything running and installed properly so we know what we are working with. The first thing that we're going to want to do is install our necessary modules, which the modules we are using here are a lot more lightweight and easy to use. So we are going to go on ahead and install all of these, which will be listed right here in the GitHub description. We're going to go on ahead and copy this command, go into CMD here, and we are going to go on ahead. You don't have to be in the directory to do this, but I'm going to go into there for ease of use. We are going to type our command. It can be in any directory within CMD. Just type the command in CMD and it will install all of these modules. As you can tell, I already have them all installed. Next, what you are going to want to do is you are going to want to go on ahead and run GFusion.py. I do not recommend you run GFusion.py directly. I recommend you run start.pyw, which is going to obfuscate GFusion.py and run it into its own launcher, similar to GHacks does with an obfuscated file. This just adds another layer of undetection to it, and if you don't want to get banned, this is your best measure to prevent the ban. So actually, instead of running it in CMD, I'm just going to go on ahead and double click on start.pyw, and here we will be met with a GFusion AES launcher. AES is nothing more than, I don't know what AES stands for, but I know it just means encryption. That's all you need to know about it. So the first thing that we're going to want to do is with this offset update launcher, we need to make sure that we are in an active lobby, because this does not dynamically fetch offsets from the A2X dumper. Instead, it runs a CS2 dumper exe, and then it gets offsets automatically from within your game. It's getting nothing online other than the exe. It runs the application, and the application fetches all the offsets from within your game. So with that, we are going to go on ahead and run update offsets. You'll see these two windows pop up, and once they close, then you know that the offsets are now updated, or more than likely updated. Next, you're going to want to run the generate launcher function, which is going to do nothing more than generate the launcher, which I will show you what that looks like. So right here we have launcher.py. We go ahead and open it, and it looks very similar to GHacks, except it is GFusion and it's obfuscated. Okay, now we are going to go on ahead and click this run launcher button, which using the run launcher button versus clicking on launcher.py is going to add another layer of undetection as well. And here we have all of our features. With our aimbot, we can go ahead and enable aimbot, enable learning, enable RCS. That's pretty much all I do for the aimbot. Everything else I leave as default whenever I'm using this, if you're wondering about my configuration. As for ESP features, you can't even see the screen because I have hide from screen capture on. So for aimbot, I have enable aimbot, enable learning, and enable RCS. Everything else is default. For ESP features, I do show box, health bar, armor bar, name, weapon, flash, scope, skeleton, and bomb ESP. Now, if you're wondering what flash and scope ESP do, these are nothing more. So if I take a flash grenade and I was to throw it, I'm going to turn around, you will see it shows whenever everyone is flashed. Same with scoped, it will show whenever someone is scoped into a sniper rifle. Next, we have TriggerBot, which there is a bug going on with TriggerBot right now where it is automatically on by default. So if I just go ahead and press Alt right now, you'll see that it is working even though it's not necessarily toggled on visually. So you go ahead and toggle that on and toggle it back off. Now the TriggerBot is off, but I like to keep TriggerBot on for my settings and personal taste. Next, we have our miscellaneous here. Again, do not use glow, do not use FOV changer, and do not use no flash. These features will get you banned. As for the walkbot, this is perfectly fine to use. So you're in a lobby with a bunch of cheaters that you don't want to play with. you just go ahead and turn on the walk bot and you're good to go. Or if you're farming or whatever you want to do with that. Then we have spectator lists that shows all your spectators, watermark, you can hide or show your watermark. You can change your toggle key for, oh, I gotta update that. That is updated, but I just need to put that into the source code. So I will do that after this video is released. But other than that, we have our configs right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and name this legit underscore config and save it. Now, as you can see, we have our config here that we can load. That's why I don't recommend you changing the class config, because you can just create your own configs through here. And aim visualization right here, all this does is it shows the memory learning from the aimbot within the game. So if I go ahead and go into the game here, I'll just go ahead and pop a couple of heads for you guys so that you can see what I'm talking about. The aimbot in GFusion is also a lot smoother than in GHacks. So I go ahead and get a couple of kills here. I'm gonna get about 20 or 30 now. Okay, hopefully that is good. Yep. So now, as you can see, we have our weapon and it's showing our recoil patterns as well as the corrections, or I mean compensations, from the aimbot to the center of the player. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I strongly recommend that you use GFusion over GHacks, as GHacks was nothing more than a practice project to see what I was capable of doing, and GFusion is a finished project of what I have been able to do. So if you guys liked the video, please like and subscribe. Leave any comments if you're having any issues, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.